Yo, what's up, guys? What's up, guys? What's up, guys? How you guys doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? So, yeah, the race is going to start very soon, in like 10 minutes, actually, less than 10 minutes. Uh, Qualifying was kind of, I guess, not very exciting, because it went the way I think everyone was expecting. It was Antonelli on pole position. So, that was not a surprise, that's for sure. There was some penalties because of component changes after the qualifying. So yeah, Hedjar is going to start from 21st place. I guess it explains as to why Red Bull decided to throw him under the bus, in Q3 completely, because he's going to start from the back anyway. So they used him to get Verstappen as much slipstream as they could, and in the end it did not matter because uh, Verstappen was still like 3 tenths behind Antonelli, so it didn't really matter. We will have Lindblad P7, Bortoleto P8. I think Alonso also had some component changes. I think there was 5 drivers overall. So yeah, Norris as well. So yeah, it was kind of a not as exciting qualifying. Like it was not a bad qualifying, but it was very. It was surely to be a Antonelli pole or a Mercedes pole. It was kind of surprising that Verstappen was close, but um, actually I think okay. So Berman is P14 and Ocon P16 for the race, which is how do I say? Like it's not very good for them. Like I think it's definitely noticeable that Haas ended up dropping back, in the field since the start of the season. I mean, they are only ahead of the Cadillacs, maybe the Williams cars and the Aston Martins in terms of pace, so they are falling behind. I think there was actually a interview with oh, that's what I wanted. Come on. Okay, let me swap over again. And okay. So yeah, there was an interview with the team boss of Haas, and I think he actually mentioned that you know the team doesn't have the money to reach the cost cap, basically. So they obviously going to be very slow with the development. Like they need to find some big sponsors because this is, I guess, it's not going to be sustainable for very long. Although I don't think that the owner Gene Haas actually like puts money into the team. At least that's what he said last season. That he doesn't have to invest money into the team because it basically runs itself because of the sponsors and stuff like that. But this year it's not good. Like they cannot reach the cost cap because they don't have the money to develop the car, and it's showing. I mean, they are falling behind of the other teams. So it's unfortunate to see, but it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, they're almost ready to start the formation lap. Verstappen lining up in second place behind Antonelli, and then of course Russell. Like, of course, Verstappen has the chance to jump Antonelli at the start, but I don't think he can win the race. Like I think it's going to be a Antonelli victory without a doubt, unless of course the car dies on him. Like it did a few times this season. But he has the inside line, so he should be fine, in my opinion. Yeah, they are waiting for the lights so they can go out for the uh, formation lap. And there we go. Yeah, they are actually starting roll now and warm up the tires. But yeah, it makes sense as to why Red Bull used Hedger in qualifying, you know, to have him give as much. One of the Alpines actually stopped, or not? Is not starting. Yeah, never mind. It did. Took him a while, but yeah, okay. Like sometimes they're very slow to start, you know, moving. Yeah, most of the drivers are going to be on the mediums. Norris is on the hards, Perez as well, and Stroll as well, it seems like. And Hedger and Alonso as well on the hard tires. But of course, it doesn't matter as to where or what kind of strategy the Aston Martins do. Like they're incredibly far from the other teams. Even from Cadillac, they were like 1.5 seconds slower per lap. So it doesn't matter what kind of strategy they do, you know. They are just simply so slow. Doesn't matter. Yeah, it's a lot of people, 400,000 so far this weekend. Fastest pit stop was Hamilton, or actually it was just it doesn't say if it was Hamilton's pit stop, but it says that it was a Ferrari pit stop at Japan. Like, it would be interesting to see if Toyota ends up buying the Haas F1 team, but I kind of doubt that Gene Haas would sell the team, you know. Or, you know, that Toyota might buy it, but I don't think so. Like, when you look at the situation of the car brands, you know, in the world, a lot of them are losing money. Like, even Honda lost money last season or last year. And Honda is actually one of the biggest car manufacturers in the world, you know, and they lost money as a company. So I don't think Toyota would be wise to try to buy a F1 team in this kind of a economical situation. Yeah, the cars are now lining up on the grid. Alonso is kind of far behind, yeah. Not like it matters, you know. They're going to finish last anyway, so doesn't really matter. If they start the race or not. I mean, I think it's a great looking car, you know, this Aston Martin is just simply very slow. Okay, Alonso took his grid spot. Green flag. And let's see. One light, two lights, 3, 4, 5. And the way they go, let's see if Verstappen can make Antonelli fall behind. No, Antonelli keeps the position so far. Verstappen second, Russell third. Oh, was there some contact in the background? I can't really tell, but yeah, there is a lot of fighting going on. I think Russell is fighting with Hamilton for third place right now. Antonelli is right behind Verstappen. I don't think he can hold him back for long. Actually, Antonelli is pushing past Verstappen, yeah. And one of the Ferraris, who is that? Is that Leclerc or Hamilton? I can't tell. Oh, Russell is in the gravel. He's out. He crashed with, I think it was Hamilton, yeah. Oh no. Yeah, Russell crashed with Hamilton. And Russell is in the gravel. I think he's going to retire. I think he beached. Yeah. Antonelli is in the lead ahead of Leclerc and Verstappen, and there is a Piastri. Yellow flags, but I think they have to bring in the safety car or something, you know, because let me check the track data. Yeah, Russell is beached on that corner, so I think they have to bring in the safety car or something. Like Hamilton ended up pinning him. Yeah, safety car indeed. Yeah. Ay. So Russell's race already ended. Yeah, he's out of the car. Indeed, he beached completely in turn 5. That is, I think, or actually turn 4. And Ocon, yeah, Ocon is stopped as well somewhere. Let me check. No, he's not. What is the? It's very strange that they said that Ocon was stopped. Like he's not stopped, but he's damaged. Yeah, he's dragging the underfloor. Ay. Oh, Hedjar is pitting, and I think that's Ocon in front. One of the Haas cars is pitting as well. So why the fuck did they start on the hard tires? I don't understand. So he gets the mediums, yeah. Oh, it's kind of a slow stop for him. And there is one of the Cadillacs. Maybe Bottas. Actually, both of them are in the pits. Yeah, both Cadillacs are in the pits. And it was Behrman. And yeah, they are removing the car of George Russell now. Yeah, indeed. Hamilton ended up spinning him in turn 4. Kind of like how it was with... actually, no. There was an incident like this a few years ago, but I can't remember who it was, you know, at that corner. I think it might have been Alonso and Hamilton in 2022 or something like that. It was a very similar situation. Yeah, Leclerc almost jumps Russell. Or wait, was it Russell who... Oh no, it was Hamilton, yeah. So yeah, Leclerc overtakes Russell and then Hamilton goes down the inside and Norris as well, or Piastri as well. Russell tries to hang it around the outside and he gets spun around by Hamilton. Ay. Yeah, Hamilton is passing Russell as well. Into the braking zone now. Russell tries to hang around the outside and Hamilton slides into the side pod of Russell a little bit. And Russell spins and he's out of the race. So the incident was noted. It's obviously going to get investigated. Oh, there was a Alpine cutting the track. Of course, Hamilton says that Russell cut in front of him. Okay, Sainz starts. He had a pretty good one. Jumped the two Cadillacs and he touched Ocon, I suppose. Yeah, it seems like. Kind of run into the back of Ocon. And the two Haas cars ended up making contact. Oi. Yeah. So yeah, that's why Ocon was okay. So that's why they were saying that Ocon stopped because he went completely off the track into the gravel. And who is this? Hedjar. Why did he pit again? Bro, what is Red Bull doing? Yeah, like they put back the hard tires for... What? Okay. That was very strange, you know, like they put on the hard tires for the start and then they put on the mediums. And now he pitted again to put back the hard tires. Interesting strategy. They can't make their minds up, it seems like. Not like it matters, like Hedjar is, you know, at the back, so did not matter much. But yeah, Russell is out of the race. It's Antonelli, Leclerc, Verstappen, Piastri, Hamilton, Lawson, Lindblad. Lawson had a really good start, holy shit. Colapinto, Bortoleto and Norris up to P10 on the hard tires. Gasly, Albon, Hülkenberg, Sainz is on the softs. So he's going to be quicker than the others in front for a few laps, that's for sure. And Alonso, Stroll up to P15 and P16. I mean, of course, that's because, you know, everyone in front of them pitted. You know, like Perez, Bottas, Ocon, Behrman, Hedjar. All of them pitted. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of strategy Aston Martin runs at the race. Still a safety car. But I think they have to end it. Yeah, okay, so the incident is now under investigation. Like, I don't know if they will give a penalty to Hamilton because it was lap 1, you know? Like, they tend to be lenient a bit in lap 1 collisions. But yeah, it kind of seemed like that Hamilton just simply understeered into the sidepod of Russell. And that gravel trap was very deep, so of course he beached the car very easily. Bortoleto, P9, started from 8th place, but Colapinto had a great start, P8. Like, Audi is doing really well, I have to say. Considering, you know. Especially when you look at other teams like Haas and stuff. Like, of course, Audi is going to have a lot more resources than Haas, you know. Safety car is in this lap. It will be interesting to see if Verstappen can go ahead, you know, and try to regain his position. But I don't know. It was a great overtake from Leclerc, that's for sure. Yeah, they did not pit the two Aston Martins or anyone else. I don't know why they put the medium tire on Hedjar's car. What was the point of that? Like, he's not going to have trouble with overtaking the cars in front, you know, Ocon, Bottas, Perez, Behrman. Like, I don't think he will have problems to overtake them. So it doesn't really matter that he's last, but, you know. So I think Antonelli, is he pushing yet? It seems like he is, yeah. Way before the bus stop, he ended up pushing. Milton has a look down the inside. But does not... Yeah, like he cannot overtake before the line, yeah. But he might try to make a move on Piastri indeed, down into turn 1. And he overtakes Piastri for P4. And he might try to get Verstappen now. But actually Piastri is fighting back and re-overtakes Hamilton before the... oh, what's the corner name? I forgot. But yeah, he re-overtook Hamilton. And it's Norris trying to overtake Bortoleto for P9. Stroll overtakes Alonso. Perez got soft tires, interesting. So far it's a clean restart, you know, like there is no incidents, but Yeah, Antonelli pulled away a bit, 1.1 second to Leclerc now. And it doesn't seem like that Verstappen can keep up with Leclerc and Antonelli. But we will see, of course, as how the tire wear starts to kick in with time, you know. Ferrari is not very good on that front, that's for sure. They tend to kill the tires very early. Oh, Piastri is gaining on Verstappen. Is he going to be close enough? No, not yet, but he definitely gained a lot before the bus stop chicane. Or before the last chicane, you know. I don't know if they still call it the bus stop. Like the track used to look different in the early 2000s. A little bit. So yeah, Norris overtakes Bortoleto for P9. And Bortoleto is also overtaken by Gasly as well now, yeah. Verstappen fastest lap. He's very close to Leclerc. He's definitely going to attack around the outside and, well, that's an easy move, yeah. Even before the braking zone into turn 4, he managed to overtake Leclerc. And now he has to defend, yeah. So far it seems like Verstappen has a great pace, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I mean, that Mercedes car is a monster. Leclerc P3, Piastri, Hamilton, Lawson, Lindblad, Colapinto, Norris and Bortoleto. So Bortoleto managed to regain P10 from Gasly, I guess soon after he was overtaken. Oh yeah, Piastri is very close to Leclerc. But you know, they are pretty much bunched up, you know, the top 5. They pulled away a little bit from the 2 Racing Bulls. Lawson and Lindblad running P6 and P7. Yeah, Verstappen, another fastest lap. Norris? Is he behind Colapinto? Well, kind of, yeah. 8 tenths away from Colapinto, but Bortoleto is also around the same distance from Norris. He's also around a second. But Bortoleto gets overtaken by Gasly. But yeah, the top 5 is bunched up very nicely. Berman. Sainz wing looks quite dangerous. It's hanging off. Okay, so Sainz has damage, it seems like. He's running P14 on the soft tires. And of course they can, you know, if the race control decides to order Williams to change the front wing of Sainz because of, you know, maybe because it's dangerous, then, you know, he's going to lose that position. The top 5 are coming through turn 14 now. 1.3 seconds to Antonelli from... Actually, Antonelli goes fastest in the second sector. Oh, Piastri is having a look, but he was forced to the outside by Leclerc. Norris overtakes Colapinto for P8. I mean, it's kind of difficult to call it a overtake, you know, because they basically just press one button and they have more horsepower and they just simply go past the other driver, but you know, Piastri is very close to Leclerc. He will fly past him, yeah, indeed. Oh, actually, maybe not. Because Leclerc is really squeezing him to the outside. I guess he's also using... Oh, they touched! They touched! Leclerc and Piastri. Piastri might have a puncher. Because he's... Is he... Okay, never mind. But Leclerc and Piastri made contact. Leclerc was really squeezing him to the outside and they made contact. Ay, ay, ay. What a stupid move. Hamilton is super close to Piastri now. Yeah, Piastri is of course on the radio. He didn't leave enough space. That could be a massive crash. I mean, he's right. Yellow flags. I guess that's because of the debris, because a big part flew off one of the cars. Might have been a piece from Leclerc's car, you know. But I don't know which car ended up with more damage. That was kind of unnecessary from Leclerc, I guess. Like the side, I mean, the front wing looks fine of Piastri, you know. Doesn't seem like there is big damage at all. Oh yeah, Hamilton is very close to Piastri. Can he try and overtake? Oh yeah, he's using the battery. Let's see if he can catch up. Yeah, Piastri goes defensive and Hamilton goes past, yeah. Like it's difficult to call these overtakes, you know, because they just press one button and they fly past the car in front because they have more horsepower for a few, I don't know, like 10 seconds. So it's very difficult to call that. Okay, so the replay. Leclerc, Piastri, and yeah, Leclerc just simply squeezed him to the outside way too much. Yeah. And the big piece of carbon flew off someone's car. Kind of unnecessary from Leclerc, in my opinion. And yeah, they noted the incident, you know, the race control between Leclerc and Piastri. Norris is behind Lawson and Lindblad now. Fighting for P7. Sector 2 goes to Antonelli. But, you know, Verstappen still has the fastest lap, so... Oh, Norris tries to make a move and can he pull it off? Yeah, indeed he does. Like it's... It's kind of weird to see these overtakes, you know. But well, it is what it is. Hamilton is trying to line up an overtake on Leclerc. He moved past Piastri. And Hamilton fastest lap. Oh, can he overtake? Oh no, not this lap. Hamilton gets a 5-second time penalty for the collision, it seems like. Yeah, indeed. Indeed, they did give him a penalty for that. Edgar overtakes Behrman. He's up to P15 now. Doesn't seem like that Sainz was told to, you know, pit due to damage on the front wing. Yeah, the gap is kind of the same. Like the Antonelli pulls away from the others in sector 2. Yeah, like once again he says the fastest lap there. He pulls away, but then the others kind of catch back to him. But you know, the situation is the same. The top 5 is very close together. Except for Antonelli, who is around 1.8, 1.9 seconds ahead of Verstappen. And Hamilton. Can he pull off a move on Leclerc? Doesn't seem like it. But they are very close to Verstappen now. The two Ferraris. We have some damage to the right hand side forward floor. It's not huge. We are still okay. So yeah, Piastri has damage, which is not a surprise, I guess, you know. So I guess it was his car that was damaged, it seems like, in the incident between him and Leclerc. Now it's already moved past Lawson, and now he's pressuring Lindblad for P6. It's not going to be difficult for him. I mean, there is a decent damage or decent difference between the two cars, you know, in terms of performance. And the incident between Leclerc and Piastri is under investigation. So Leclerc was told that the tire degradation is lower than expected. They are on plan B. That's of course a positive thing if the tires are not wearing out as quick as they should, you know. And it seems like that the two Aston Martins are already down in P20 and 21. Alonso is already almost 9 seconds behind Bottas, so yeah. Hamilton and Leclerc super close together. Hamilton will definitely overtake Leclerc here. Although Leclerc is, he's squeezing Hamilton as well to the outside. And Hamilton, Leclerc is very aggressive, wow. He was very aggressive on the braking zone. He was kind of even cutting over towards Hamilton. Hülkenberg is overtaking someone. A jar, seems like. Yeah, Hamilton has the 5-second time penalty, and maybe Leclerc will also get a penalty for that, you know, so it's really bad for Ferrari. Both drivers ends up with a penalty. Norris is up to P6 now, although he's over 7 seconds away from the top 5, you know, so he has some catching up to do, that's for sure. Antonelli. Yeah, the gap is around the same, you know, 1.7, 1.8 second. As usual. But I suppose he's not really pushing, you know, like I can imagine that he's kind of holding back, you know, not really using those tires as much as he could. Okay, Hamilton is going to try to overtake again. Leclerc goes defensive. Yeah, like Leclerc is very aggressive in that corner, even against his teammate. This is kind of allowing Piastri to get closer, and Hedger overtakes Hülkenberg for P12. Berman overtakes Sainz. Okay, so Hamilton wants a swap between himself and Leclerc. But I don't know if Ferrari can do that right now, because, you know, Piastri is right there in a second away, so I don't know if Ferrari can swap positions. Piastri might be a bit too close for that. Norris is catching up, slowly but surely. 6.5 seconds now to the others, and he's going to stay out longer than the others, of course, because he's on the hard tires. Bortoleto P11, right behind Colapinto. He's also on the medium tires, just like Colapinto and Gasly. They are kind of, you know, close together. And, you know, Lawson and Lindblad are also there. Not much in front of the two Alpines and Bortoleto. Yeah, like, I don't think Ferrari can swap positions right now. Although Piastri is dropping back 2.4 seconds now to Hamilton. So maybe if Ferrari decides to get a driver swap done, because, you know, Hamilton mentioned that he had more pace than Charles on the radio, so maybe Ferrari will indeed do a swap to try to overtake Verstappen, because it doesn't seem like they can. Oh, Perez, I think my suspension is broken. Is he in the pits? Yeah, Perez is in the pits, and I guess he's going to retire. God damn it. Like, the quality of that car is not very good. That has to be said. That Cadillac is not very good when it comes to, you know, the build quality of the car. You know, like, it's not the slowest car of the grid, but it's kind of like very weak, or I don't know how to say it. Like, fragile, you know? But yeah, Perez is going to retire, it seems like, with a suspension failure. Not really his mistake, it seems like. I mean, I guess that's a positive thing of Aston Martin, you know, that their car is stronger or more dependable when it comes to, like, the build quality. Gasly is in the pits. He gets hard tires, it seems like, yeah. Kind of a slow stop. 3.4. Sainz is pitting as well. He gets hards as well. Yeah, they have to change the nose. Yeah. Hedger is overtaking Bortoleto for P10. Yeah, Sainz lost a lot of time because they had to change his front wing. He ended up kind of running into the back of one of the Haas cars. In lap 1, I think. I didn't approve the front wing change, but anyway, the front wing was fine. It's the floor. So at least, or at least according to Sainz, he thinks that the front wing was fine, you know? And he thinks that the problem was with the floor of the car. Antonelli over 4 seconds away now from the others. Leclerc is very close to Verstappen. Hamilton kind of dropped behind. It seems like, yeah. And Piastri is dropping behind as well. Which is not a surprise. I mean, his car is damaged, you know, so it's not surprising that he's dropping behind. Lawson is pitting. And Colapinto as well. Antonelli has nice lead, 2.4 seconds. And what's going to happen? Who's going to pit first? Is it going to be Antonelli or Verstappen? Because, you know, sooner or later they have to start pitting. Like, I have a feeling that it's going to be one of the Ferraris first, you know. Because so far this season, they were the ones who kind of struggled with tire wear. But, you know, maybe Verstappen would try to undercut the Ferraris with a earlier stop. Or something. Bortoleto, Hülkenberg, P9 and P10. Also no penalty for Leclerc. Even though that was very aggressive, you know, and that was kind of his fault. So no further action against Leclerc. Interesting. Like he pretty much squeezed the Piastri out way too much, you know. And Piastri has damage because of that, so it's kind of surprising that he was not given a time penalty. Lindblad is in the pits. I guess he also gets hard tires. Indeed, yeah. Ocon is also pitting. Like, there was some problem with his car. Like, there was a lot of, like, sparks coming from underneath the car. I don't know if they can do anything about that, Antonelli. Your tires are looking good. Kimi better than others, so you can afford to use them. Yeah, like, that's what I was saying earlier, that I think Antonelli was holding off and not really, you know, using the tires as much as he could. So there is a lot more pace in that Mercedes car, you know, so I don't think anyone can beat Antonelli this race, unless, of course, he retires with a car issue or something. Leclerc is kind of close to Verstappen, but can't really attack. Verstappen is pitting, yeah. So that's what happened. That's I was saying earlier, that they might bring out Verstappen first to undercut the two Ferraris, you know, or to try to defend against the two Ferraris. So yeah, Verstappen pits and gets another set of hard tires, or was it mediums? No, I think it's hard. Yeah, I think they're going on the hard tires. Edgar might overtake Verstappen. Well, actually, no. Yeah. Edgar is not going to overtake Verstappen. He's going to be behind him, though. Like 2 seconds, 3 seconds behind. So, will Ferrari respond to this? Or are they going to stay out for a bit longer? Like, the two Ferraris are very close together, so I don't think they can pull off a double stack, you know? They have to pit Leclerc now. Virtual safety car, why? What happened? What happened? So this is very lucky for Ferrari and very unlucky for Verstappen. But there is a virtual safety car for some reason. What happened? Yeah, like this might allow the Ferraris to jump Verstappen. Or at least one Ferrari. Oh, never mind. It's already ending, but what was the safety car about then? The virtual safety car. Okay, so Kimi is going to box, yeah. Antonelli is going to box, but it doesn't matter because the safety car period ended, you know, the virtual safety car. It already ended. That was kind of weird. I don't know why. But yeah, Antonelli is pitting. I guess he's also going to get hard tires. Indeed, he does, yeah. It's Leclerc who is leading, 1.6 seconds ahead of Hamilton now. So they did not bring out Leclerc or Hamilton, you know. Kind of strange, you know, that they left out both drivers. Like, I guess if the virtual safety car period lasted longer, then they would have ended up bringing out either Leclerc or Hamilton. Albon is also in the pits, and the two McLarens are very close together. Norris and Piastri, P3 and P4. Actually, the other way around, Piastri and Norris. P3, P4. Yeah, like, Piastri has to pit soon. Or maybe they will have a team order, you know, to let him, or let Norris through. Because he's obviously slower than Norris. So are they going to pit the two Ferraris? Or is there anyone going to pit from that group? Because Norris is not going to pit, because, you know, he's on the hard tires. Yeah, it doesn't look like that Piastri wants to let... Actually, never mind, he just let Norris through. There is no reason to hold him up because he's a lot faster on the hard tires. But yeah, Piastri is not pitting. And I guess neither did the Ferraris. Verstappen fastest in the second sector. You're opening the gap to Piastri. We need to serve a 5 sec. Oh, okay. So yeah. So Hamilton has to push because, of course, he has that 5-second time penalty. Verstappen fastest lap. Why are they not pitting Leclerc? I don't understand. Like, yeah, it was said by the Ferrari engineer that the tire wear is better than expected. Okay, Piastri and Norris. Oh. So Piastri moves back in front of Norris? Yeah. Okay, so that's kind of bad for them. Virtual safety car again. Lindblad Lawson forcing another driver off the track, incident noted, but why is there another virtual safety car? They have to pit the Ferrari of Leclerc. Like, come on, bro. Oh, there is a marshal running on the track for some debris, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose something was on the track. A piece of car. So that's why there is a virtual safety car. Leclerc is approaching the final 2 corners, so I think they are going to, yeah, they are going to pit Leclerc now. Yeah, under yeah, yep. Ferrari gets lucky, and Hamilton is pitting as well. Ferrari gets lucky. With this. And there is a... who is... Okay, so I guess Piastri is going to pit as well, indeed, yeah. The McLaren mechanics were ready. Yeah, it's a double stack for Ferrari. Of course, they have to wait with Hamilton a little bit because, you know, the penalty. But yeah, Norris is leading ahead of Antonelli. Oh, and Antonelli is behind Leclerc now. Okay. So they jumped not only Antonelli, but I mean, not only Verstappen, but Antonelli as well. And the virtual safety car period is ending. Very interesting that it's suddenly ending after the two Ferraris pitted, you know. I don't know why it was taking so long. Like the Marshall run back or run outside of the track already, so I don't know why it was taking so long, but it lasted just long enough for the Ferraris to jump Leclerc, to jump Verstappen and Antonelli. Of course, they couldn't do this with Hamilton because they had to wait, because of the penalty. Oh, Hamilton ended up hitting oh shit. Hamilton ended up hitting a mechanic in the Ferrari pit box. Ay, ay, ay. It does look like that he's alright, So there is not going to be any investigation into the Lindblad Lawson incident, forcing another driver off the track. We did not see that. But yeah, goddamn. Hamilton ended up hitting the one of the mechanics in the pits as he was, leaving because it went green. The light went green. Oi, oi, oi. He got lucky, I guess, that mechanic, not like with Kimi Raikkonen a few years ago, like, actually not a few years ago, but back in 2018. He ended up running over his leg and breaking his leg very badly during a pit stop. Hülkenberg is fighting with Lawson for P10. And Bortoleto is ahead of the two Racing Bull cars. Leclerc is catching up to Norris now, indeed. Less than a second away now. Antonelli 3.1. Like, I don't think that Leclerc can win this, even though they were talking about how much better the tire wear is for them, I don't think that Leclerc can pull this off, but we will see. Because, Antonelli was not pushing in the first stint. Like, he was, protecting the tires as much as he could. But he has the advantage now, Leclerc. Because his tires are going to be a bit newer. That was kind of strange, that the first virtual safety car period happened, because we did not see the reason, but I suppose there was a piece of plastic or something on the track, like a piece of carbon or something. Yeah, Norris goes defensive against Leclerc, but it doesn't really matter. Because Leclerc pushed a button and, he just simply overtook Norris. And Antonelli is catching up. It seems like his tires are back in working order. Gasly is right behind Hülkenberg. He might pull off the move in P11. But Hülkenberg is also using the battery, so not on this lap, I suppose, yeah. Not this lap. Oh, there is some investigation going on, but I can't see because there is an ad. And when there is an ad, the screen gets split in two, and the screen is just so small that I could not read what happened with the announcement from the race control. It is what it is. Antonelli is very close to Norris now. Like, that Mercedes car has a lot of pace, so I don't think he's going to struggle too much, even though this was kind of lucky for, Leclerc and Hamilton as well, I suppose, that they could pit under virtual safety car conditions. Hedjar is running P7 ahead of Bortoleto. And then we got the two Racing Bulls, P9, P10. Albon is ahead of the two Haas cars. I guess that's not a big surprise. Like, that's like the only team Haas can fight against, Williams. Like, as I was saying earlier, they just simply don't have the money to keep up with the development of other teams. And it's showing, it's showing. Antonelli is very close to Norris now. Oh, so... So Hamilton was... Okay, so I guess they were planning a front wing change, like not a complete change, but like a settings change, And they ended up messing it up, it seems like, during the pit stop. And Hamilton is saying that he can't turn the car, so yeah. I mean, it's a very Ferrari-like incident or mistake, I suppose. Yeah, Antonelli is right behind Norris. Let's see if he can pull off the move, and he's gaining. Oh, Norris goes defensive. Antonelli, he has to back down, yeah. And now he's going to try to undercut him, but Norris is nicely holding the position for now. Hamilton unsafe release investigation after the race, yeah. Like, Hamilton said that the light went green, so it wasn't exactly his fault, Like, maybe Ferrari will get a fine or something for that. But that mechanic got very lucky that he did not break anything. Yeah, Antonelli is right behind Norris. And then we have Verstappen P4, Piastri, Hamilton, Hedger, Bortoleto, Lindblad, and Lawson. Verstappen is 2.5 seconds behind Antonelli, and Piastri is also very close to Hamilton. I mean, to Verstappen, sorry. I said Hamilton because Hamilton is, behind Piastri. Okay, yeah, I think Antonelli is going to pull off the move now. He's very close to Norris, yeah. He's going to fly past him, indeed. Way before the braking zone. So, of course, Norris can re-attack if he can stay close enough, but I think that Mercedes car might be a bit too fast for Norris, Hülkenberg is attacking Gasly for P11. Oh, he has to go around the outside, maybe. No, he backs off. Yeah, Gasly would have squeezed him too. So there was no point in trying to make that work. And there is Verstappen. He's also gaining on Norris. 2 seconds from him now. That's one of the Aston Martins. Pulling to the side. Okay, so Stroll is going to retire again with a clutch problem. I think at the Spanish Grand Prix he had a issue with the gearbox. So I guess it's not completely surprising, but yeah, Stroll is going to retire from this race. Not like it makes a big of a difference, like he was last, or he's last, P20. And he's going to retire with a clutch problem. At least Alonso is still going strong in P19. P19, yeah. Bottas up to P18. Like, Cadillac is just simply not fast enough to match Haas, So Verstappen is saying that the tires don't work. Not a good sign. Yeah, Stroll is retiring. They are showing him in the garage as they put his car in and he's getting out, yeah. Berman overtakes Albon for P14. I mean, if McLaren keeps this up, I can actually see that Verstappen might go to that team, because I'm pretty sure that his race engineer is also going there, GP is also going there. I think from next season. And I think Verstappen did say that he only works with GP. So yeah, I can actually see that happening, that he might go to McLaren to replace Piastri or Norris. Although I guess they would not fire Norris, They would simply just fire Piastri. I mean, that's the rumor, that Verstappen and Piastri are going to swap positions, or teams with each other. Yeah, Verstappen and Piastri are right behind Norris now. Leclerc is still leading 2.4 seconds ahead of Antonelli. So far that, those tires seem to be fine for Ferrari. So far it seems like that, the tire wear is not as bad as it was before, at this track at least. Yeah, Verstappen is getting closer and closer to Norris. The same goes for Piastri as well. I mean, he's right behind Verstappen, around a second away. Antonelli 2.5. Like, it seems like that Leclerc ended up speeding up a bit, Because Antonelli was 1.8 seconds from Antonelli earlier. So, Ferrari might win this, even though it's kind of a lucky race win if they actually win this. With the virtual safety car, it was kind of a lucky thing for them. Oh yeah, Verstappen is attacking Norris and he goes around the outside. But he could barely stay on the track. Norris is trying to re-attack him. Yeah, but he actually got it done, but Norris is still there. But I think it's a pretty big difference between the tire life, actually, let me check. Yeah. Norris is on the 28 lap old hard tires and Verstappen 11 laps old hard tires. So yeah, that's a pretty big difference. Verstappen is up to P3. And now we have Piastri trying to attack Norris. And there was Alonso, I think, letting the others through. He's already 1 lap behind. Unsurprisingly, Oh, Piastri ends up making a mistake into the last 2 corners. He went a bit too deep. Like he did not cut the corner at all or anything like that, but he did go too deep. He might not be able to attack this lap. So Norris is saying that he doesn't want to do yo-yo racing with Piastri. I guess he doesn't want to keep overtaking each other, back and forth or something. I don't know what he meant by that. Or maybe he wants the team to tell Oscar not to attack or something. I don't know. But he should be pitting soon, Like we are well within the pit window, because I think they are going to put on the hard or the medium tires for Norris. Lawson is overtaking Gasly for P10. Oh, can he pull it off? I mean, he has the inside line. Oh, he gets jumped by Colapinto. Holy shit. Oi. Colapinto goes in front of both of them. And Lawson overtakes Gasly. There, unfortunately, we did not see that, but there was 3 cars wide. God damn. Down that long straight. And yeah, Norris is pitting, so yeah, we are well within the pit window. Because of course he started on the hard tires. And I guess he's going to get medium tires for the last, few laps. Yeah, indeed, he gets medium tires. Oh, the left doesn't want to come off. Yeah, the left rear tire did not want to come off. This was a very slow stop for him, yeah. 7.8. I think that might be Alonso. Actually, no, it was Bortoleto who overtakes Norris, but of course Norris will re-overtake him. There is a pretty big difference in terms of performance of those 2 cars, between the McLaren and the Audi. So yeah, that was a slow stop for Norris, unfortunately. The left rear tire did not want it to come off. So Leclerc is complaining about the gearbox a bit, about first gear and second gear. Antonelli closed down the gap, 1.4 seconds. So it's possible that Antonelli was pushing, at first, and then he backed off to cool down the tires, and now he's trying again. Yeah, Norris is very close to Bortoleto. I don't think that Bortoleto will fight him too much, you know, like there is no reason to. And there is Alonso in front of them now. Yeah. Sooner or later, he has to pull to the side. Yeah, like Norris doesn't make the move. I guess he's waiting for the canal straight, you know. A little bit. Yeah. Actually, I think that's what he's doing. Yeah, yeah. And now he's going to fly past Bortoleto way before the the braking zone. But Bortoleto might try to. Actually, never mind. Like, Norris was kind of weaving on the straight, you know, because Bortoleto was trying to get some slipstream, but eventually he did not make a move. So Norris goes up to P7 and he can go after Hedjar, who is having a decent race, I guess. You know, he started from P21, I think, because he had some component replacements. I think he got a new engine or something. So he was given grid penalties. Yeah, Antonelli is closing down the gap. So did the Ferrari tires are going, or what's going on? Or maybe the problem with the gearbox is getting worse or something. Like, Antonelli is within 1 second now. Like, even with that help from the virtual safety car, it doesn't seem like that Ferrari can win this. There is Bottas ahead of them. Alonso is 43 seconds away from Bottas, and he's pitting. I guess he's also putting on the medium tires for the last stint or something. Yeah, this battle is for the lead. 11 laps to go. Plenty of time. For info, Leclerc has been squeezing cars outside of turn 5 and trying to pass. Okay, so yeah, I mean, that's Leclerc was doing that. I don't know why they did not give him a penalty for that, because they kind of crashed with Piastri. And Bottas is holding up Leclerc a little bit. Yeah, in the Cadillac. I think he lost a tenth or two over there. Because of Bottas, but it is what it is. Oh, did Antonelli go? Never mind, he did not go too deep. It kind of looked like that he was going too deep into the last chicane. And I think Bottas is pitting, yeah. I guess he's running into the pit box from the cars that are lapping him. Antonelli is super close to Leclerc. Like, I don't think he can attack into turn 5 because Leclerc just squeezes everyone out, you know. But Antonelli is, he's trying, goes to the outside, and he pulls off the move before the braking zone. That was very important because under braking, for some reason, Leclerc keeps squeezing everyone to the outside very harshly, like he did with Piastri. But yeah, Antonelli pulls off the move and he's in front now. And it will be interesting to see if Leclerc can stay with him, or is Antonelli going to run away with this? Hamilton is going to come up to the second place of championship if the race ends up finishing in this order. Because of course Russell retired in the first lap and not going to score any points. I mean, Hamilton can get more points because he's chasing Piastri for P4. It seems like that Leclerc can stay with Antonelli, you know? Like he's very close. Yeah, he says the fastest lap though, you know, Antonelli. I think he might be too far to attack Antonelli. Yeah, Leclerc is gaining, but he's too far to attack into turn 5. But he's, you know, right there. So if Antonelli makes a mistake, then Leclerc can retake the the first place, or the lead, I should say. Verstappen running third, but Piastri is not that far from him, even with the damage. He might be on for a podium, you know, if he can overtake Verstappen. And then we have Hamilton P5, Hedjar, Norris, Bortoleto, Lindblad, Colapinto in the top 10. Like this is a very good race for Bortoleto if he can finish P4. Lindblad is very close though, 2.2 seconds away from him, but you know, this can be a very good race for Audi again. So for some reason they put hard tires on Alonso's car for the last stint. It's kind of interesting. A few laps before they pitted him, and I was expecting that they would put on the mediums, you know, but they put on the the hard tires, unless the graphics is wrong, of course. And let's see if Leclerc can get close enough. Yeah, he's gaining. He is definitely gaining, but just not enough. Just not enough to attack Antonelli into turn 5. Norris fastest lap. I mean, he's on the medium tires, you know, so we will see if he can actually overtake Hedjar or anyone else. Like, even if he doesn't, then it's an alright race, I think. For him, because, you know, Norris was also penalized for component changes. He started from P13, P14, something like that. Hülkenberg P13, doesn't seem like that he can get past Lawson. He's going to get shown up by Bortoleto at this race. So, you know, I don't know how long his contract is lasting with Audi, you know, Hülkenberg's contract. But considering that Audi, like when Audi purchased Sauber, they told Bottas that he's going to be a centerpiece of this project, you know, and then they fired him, you know, and they got Hülkenberg. And considering this happened, I don't think it's too unrealistic for Audi to get rid of Hülkenberg and decide to hire Sainz. Because, you know, they have Bortoleto. He did make a big progress this season, I think. But I don't know how long his contract is lasting with Audi. I mean, Hülkenberg's contract with Audi. I don't know if it's 2 seasons, 1 season, I don't know. Currently expecting Norris to catch us with about 2 laps to go. Head down, your pace is very good compared to other hard runners. Head down, all you got. Yeah, so they told this to Hedger, because Hedger is running P6, of course, and they are expecting Norris to catch Hedger with 2 laps to go. So there is going to be a battle for P6. Leclerc cannot really catch Antonelli. Like, he's very close, within 1 second, but it's just not enough right now. Hamilton is very close to Piastri. Piastri kind of dropped behind Verstappen now. So I guess he's not going to be on the podium. But he can help Verstappen with this if he manages to hold up Hamilton a bit, you know. Yeah, Bortoleto gets overtaken by Lindblad, but then Lindblad is overtaken by Bortoleto. What's going on over there? Like, we are seeing the fights of Antonelli and Leclerc, you know, but not really a fight, but you know, as we are just seeing as how Leclerc is chasing down Antonelli. And they are also showing Hamilton on the small screen as he's going after Piastri. Yeah, they are not showing any other fights, unfortunately. I would have loved to see what happened with Lindblad and Bortoleto, because they swapped positions and then they re-swapped the positions. The Colapinto is way too far from them, over 22 seconds away, you know. So he's not going to interfere with this. Yeah, Hamilton is very close to Piastri now for P4. Alonso almost a minute behind Bottas. I don't know, I like pointing out how slow that Aston Martin is. You know, I mean, you know, Bottas is on the soft tires. Piastri goes defensive, but there is no attack from Hamilton. He just simply made Piastri go defensive and that's it. Norris has the fastest lap, 4.6 seconds from Hedger. So Leclerc is being told to change some settings about the engine braking. So I guess that car is not 100%, you know? Like, he was talking about the shifting being very weird in gear 1 and gear 2. Kind of dropped behind Antonelli now, yeah. It seems like 1.3 seconds to Antonelli. Instead of being within 1 second. Like, he can drove off the tires of that Ferrari car, but it's not enough, you know. It's not going to be enough at all against the Mercedes. Of course, if that Mercedes car dies, then, you know, Leclerc is going to win, but I don't think that's going to happen. Hamilton is also very close to Piastri. Bortoleto managed to shake off Lindblad. Like, with this, I think Williams is going to be like only 1 point ahead of Audi. Let's double check the championship. Yeah. Audi will have 10 points and Williams has 11. Impressive stuff from Audi, you know. That, you know, they are competing for points in their first season. Remember track limits. Okay, so Antonelli already has 2 warnings for track limits. He needs to be careful. Because he was doing the same thing at the Spanish Grand Prix, I think. Kept exceeding the track limits. Yeah, like, looks like he kind of dropped outside of 1 second now. 1.3, 1.4 is the current gap. But it does seem like that he's managing some sort of a issue. You know? Verstappen. 3.8 seconds to Hamilton. Norris fastest lap. So yeah, Hamilton might catch Verstappen. Actually, let me check the tire life. Hamilton. Oh, no, I don't think he's... Okay, so I don't think Hamilton will catch Verstappen. Like, Hamilton's tires are a bit newer, but it's not going to make that much of a difference. Unless Verstappen makes a mistake or something, you know. But Norris is very much gaining on Hedger, so that estimation of the team was very realistic. You know, that Norris is going to be like 2 seconds or 2 seconds around with 2 laps to go. Antonelli fastest, 3rd sector. Yeah. Gasly is chasing Colapinto for the last point. They are very far from Lindblad, you know. And Bortoleto managed to build a small of a gap to Lindblad. So I think he's going to be safe in P8. Alonso gets lapped again. The gap is 2.2 seconds between Hedger and Norris, and it's roughly the same between Antonelli and Leclerc. Yeah, around the same. So unless Antonelli does something very stupid, then I think he's going to win this. Not even a lucky virtual safety car could stop him. Lawson is chasing Gasly for P11. Hülkenberg is very close there in P13. Yeah, Antonelli last chicane, and then only 2 laps to go. You are gaining 2 or 3 tenths per lap on max. Okay, so yeah, Hamilton is gaining a bit, it seems like, but it's not going to be enough. Like, his tires are like 3 laps younger than Verstappen's, so it's not really going to make a difference, you know. it's going to be most likely a Verstappen podium. And they Antonelli win, because the gap is increasing now. Like, they did not state that there is an issue with the car, but it does seem like that Charles has some sort of a issue with the gearbox, possibly. Norris is 1.5 seconds away from Hedjar. That's another fastest lap, indeed. Antonelli and Leclerc, 2.3 seconds between the two of them. Well, the gap is increasing between Verstappen and Hamilton as well, so yeah, like, I think those tires are, even though Hamilton's tires are newer, he's dropping behind. But, you know, still it's not a bad race for him, P4, 12 points. Considering that, you know, he had a penalty. And Antonelli starts the final lap now. 2.5 seconds to Leclerc. There is a left car in front of them. I think that's going to be Bottas. So he should not be a problem. And Norris is going to be 1 second away from Hedjar for fighting for P6. He might be able to pull it off on the last lap. Verstappen over 9 seconds away from the leaders. Or, you know, from Antonelli. So he will definitely not fight for this. Yeah, like, they might catch Bottas after the second sector. It seems like they are going to do that. Antonelli coming around turn 10 and turn 11. Well, actually, that's not Bottas, that's a Haas car. It's Ocon, I suppose. Okay, find a few corners for Antonelli. The gap is 2.1 to Leclerc. He should be safe. It was a really good race for him. Like, even with the unlucky virtual safety car for him, it was a great race. And yeah, he's going to be right behind the Haas car of Ocon, or yeah, I think that's going to be Ocon in P17. And Antonelli wins the Belgian Grand Prix ahead of Leclerc. Finishes second, and then Verstappen eventually increases the gap to Hamilton at the end, almost 6 seconds, and he's going to finish P3. And Norris does not make the overtake for P6. And Hedjar is going to finish P6 and Norris P7. But Bortoleto is going to finish P8 ahead of Lindblad and Colapinto. Very good stuff. Very, very good stuff. Like, Lindblad was kind of close, 1.2 seconds now, but it was not enough. So it's another very strong points finish for Audi. And a very good race for Antonelli as well, of course. Like, he just completely destroyed Russell, to be honest, this weekend. And especially that Russell ended up retiring. He scores 25 points over him. And Hamilton is going to be, I think, in the second position in the standings. Indeed, he is, yeah. He is indeed ahead of Russell now in the standings. But that's how it works. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get very unlucky. Antonelli got plenty of bad luck in the past few races, you know, so and now it was Russell's turn, I suppose, to get some bad luck and pick up a retirement. Like, I just simply cannot see Antonelli losing this championship. Like, I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's going to win this season unless something bad really happens, you know, like he keeps retiring with a car problem or something, or gets unlucky like Russell did at this race. Like, Russell was not in the wrong, I suppose, in that collision between him and Hamilton. Because Hamilton just simply understeered into the side pod of him, and yeah, he got unlucky and spun into the gravel. But yeah, I'm sure he's going to be seething about that. Not a bad race from Leclerc, but yeah, they just simply cannot, you know, go up against Mercedes, you know. They just can't. Not even with the help of a virtual safety car, they cannot. And driver of the day is Leclerc. Started from 4th place, finished 2nd. I mean, I would have put maybe Bortoleto as number or driver of the day, you know, because he finished P8. Audi is doing very well, I think. Like, I don't think they can catch Haas, you know, like Haas had a really good start to the season, but they really fell off because they don't have money to keep up with the development. The team manager was talking about this earlier, that, you know, they cannot reach the cost cap because they don't have enough sponsors to, you know, finance the whole thing. So I guess sooner or later, Gene Haas has to start investing money into the team again. But I don't know, we will see. But they definitely cannot keep up with the other teams in terms of development rate. But I think they might be safe in P7. I think they are in the P7 currently with 21 points to their name. Indeed, ahead of Williams. But to be honest, if Audi keeps up like this, you know, then they might be able to catch Haas, you know, with these kind of strong results. But I don't know, we will see. We will see. Yeah, Antonelli is definitely happy with this because, you know, Russell retired and scored 0 points. And how much Alonso was behind? Yeah, Alonso was. God damn, he was so far, like over a minute from Bottas. That's crazy, dude. Ay. That Aston Martin car is just fucking. It's dog shit. But to be honest, Bottas was also kind of far from Ocon. You know, like they can't really fight Haas yet. Like Cadillac is consistently ahead of Aston Martin now, but they cannot really get Haas in terms of pace. And it will be interesting to see if Ocon actually retains his seat. Like there was some rumor that I think one of the Ferrari junior drivers might take his seat. Like I don't forgot his name. I think Camara or something. One of these like Spanish drivers or I don't know, Portuguese. I don't know, but yeah, there was this rumor that Ocon might lose his seat at Haas for next season. And if that happens, I don't know where he can go. You know. Like, I don't see any openings. Maybe at Williams. Because Haas was, Williams was kind of mentioned earlier this week, because there is a rumor that Sainz might go to Audi, you know. So if that happens, then, you know, Ocon potentially can join Williams. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Like, they are roughly on the same performance, you know. At least currently. But I don't know. Behrman, I think Behrman is going to stay. Like, I don't see a point in trying to get rid of him. I think he's doing fine. Hülkenberg, and yeah, that's the other thing, that Hülkenberg might lose the seat to Sainz, you know. Lawson, he most likely will be dropped by Racing Bulls next season, I think. For Nikola Tsolov, I think that's the driver who will replace him. Gasly, I think he has a contract with Alpine for next season. Colapinto, I mean, I don't know who could join Alpine. Like, I don't really see a reason to get rid of Colapinto, because he's doing well and he brings a lot of money, you know. So I don't know, why would you get rid of him? Lindblad, he will definitely stay with Racing Bulls. Bortoleto, I think he will also stay with Audi. I mean, he's doing fantastic this season. We have Norris, I think he's also going to stay with McLaren. Edjar, he will stay with Red Bull. And Piastri is the kind of a question mark, you know. Like, recently there was a rumor that he might swap places with Verstappen. Hamilton will stay. Verstappen is question mark. Leclerc will stay and Antonelli will stay. So, yeah. But it's going to be nice to see, you know, once the driver market really picks up and everyone starts to, like, you know, changing teams and shit. But yeah, let me swap over to the other screen. So yeah, it was a alright race. Of course, it kind of got boring at the end. That, you know, Leclerc could not really fight for the win that much. You know, once he was overtaken, he just simply could not re-attack. But that's the case usually. That Mercedes car is just simply too good. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe later today I will do another stream of Silent Hunter 3. But I don't know. We will see. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's stream, and I see you next time. So bye bye.